At least 21 people, including one child, have died in overnight Russian missile strikes on Ukraine's southern Odesa region, Ukrainian officials say. The State Emergency Service, DSNS, says 16 people were killed in a 9-story building hit by one missile in the village of Serhiivka. Another 5 people, including the child, were killed in a separate strike on a holiday resort in the village. Russia has fired dozens of missiles on Ukrainian cities in the past few days. On Friday, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov again denied that Russia was hitting civilian targets. "We heard 3 explosions and now there is nothing left of the recreation center," local resident Yulia Bendar, 60, told the BBC. "The village is very quiet, we never thought this could happen." The DSNS said the missiles hit Serhiivka at about 1 a.m. on Friday. It released footage showing firefighters searching for survivors in the wreckage of the 9-story building. They were also seen carrying what looked like the body of one of the victims in a bag. The DSNS says 38 people, including 6 children, were injured in the Russian strikes. Marina Martinenko, a DSNS spokeswoman in the Odesa region, told Ukrainian TV that the building's external wall was damaged, and a nearby shop was set ablaze after the strike. Firefighters later put out the fire. She said 60 rescuers were currently working at the site. As many as 150 people are believed to have lived in the building. The child killed at the holiday resort was a 12-year-old boy, said Kirilo Timoshenko, deputy head of President Volodymyr Zelensky's office. Ukrainian officials said 3 missiles were launched from Russian warplanes over the Black Sea. Odesa Regional Administration spokesman Serhiy Brachuk said Soviet-era X-22 missiles were believed to have been used. The city's mayor, Gennady Truhanov, told the BBC World Service's NewsHour there were no military installations or radar stations near Serhiivka, despite the Russian Defense Ministry insisting there were. The people of Odesa were living their lives in fear of further Russian attacks, he added. Andriy Yermak, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's chief of staff, accused Russia of being a terrorist country. In response to defeats on the battlefields, they, Russians, are waging a war on civilians, he said. Video of the pre-dawn attack showed the charred remains of buildings in the small town of Serhiivka, about 50 kilometers southwest of Odesa. Ukrainian news reports said missiles struck a multi-story apartment building and a resort area. "A terrorist country is killing our people. In response to defeats on the battlefield, they fight civilians," said Andriy Yermak, chief of staff to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Serhiy Brachuk, a spokesperson for the Odesa Regional Administration, said 21 people had been confirmed killed, including a 12-year-old boy. Brachuk said earlier on the Telegram messaging app that another 30 people had been injured. Among the fatalities was an employee of the Children's Rehabilitation Center set up by Ukraine's neighbor Moldova in the resort. "These peaceful people made the days of the children of Moldova more beautiful. They took care of their rehabilitation with great love and devotion," Moldovan Health Minister Alla Nemarenko said on her Facebook page. The regional governor said the missiles had been fired from the direction of the Black Sea. "I would like to remind you of the president's words that the Russian armed forces do not work with civilian targets," Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said. Russia has focused its main ground campaign on Ukraine's east, where it demands Kyiv cede full control of 2 provinces to pro-Russian separatist proxies. Though the focus of its war effort is in eastern Ukraine, Russia continues to use longer-range missiles to target cities right across the country. Last night Odesa region was hit again. It happened soon after Russia's retreat from Snake Island in the western Black Sea. But the region, like others, has been targeted throughout the war. Russia claims to be targeting military sites and infrastructure. But in reality it's often hitting civilian areas, like apartment blocks. For many Ukrainians this seems deliberate, an attempt designed to break the country's morale. But it can often have the opposite effect, and strengthen Western resolve too. And if Russia really didn't mean to kill civilians, it suggests their weapons are often inaccurate. The reality is that Russia's long-range missile strikes show a weakness as much as a strength. Most of these strikes are having to be conducted outside Ukrainian airspace. Russia still doesn't have control of the skies. That also means that it is unable to fly surveillance and reconnaissance flights over the country to gather intelligence. Russia has made no secret that it's trying to target military supply lines from the West. But there's little evidence it's had much success. Weapons are getting through. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button so you can be alerted to our next episode. We'll see you again soon on Warzone.